What's going on, everybody? Coach Trev, Coach Lobec, we're here to talk about the simplest ways to get better at golf.
Yeah, this is going to be a fun one. If you're talking about my opinion, it has nothing to do with the actual mechanical golf swing. People get so scared of feeling awkward when they're practicing, or if we give someone a drill to work on or a feel and they're like, this just doesn't feel good, it feels awkward.
I'm gonna miss the ball.
That is the best feeling you could have. You've been swinging the golf club a certain way for years and years, thousands and thousands of reps that have been ingrained into your body and into your brain. It's gonna feel awkward for a long time before you drill it enough to where it just becomes more natural. You and I have worked on this a ton with my golf swing. My feel is I'm exaggerating like the handle of my club and my hands go almost feeling like I hit my trail leg as I take the club in. Would I ever do that in a normal golf swing? Absolutely not.
Well, it's probably not even going to happen. Like, you go full speed, you're not going to graze it.
And I know that because that's where I get frustrated sometimes. I'll look at myself on camera and I go,
close.
I go, that felt good. And I look at it, I go, not even close.
Yes.
If you're going to practice, if you're going to make a swing change, if you want to get better at golf, there at least needs to be some sort of detailed plan laid out in your head, on paper, in your phone, so where you can just remind yourself, this is what I'm trying to do, and here are the steps to get me to do that.
Yes.
What happens after that?
You have to work the plan, but if the plan's starting not to work, don't bail, adjust it.
I like that. More than likely, you're going to get somewhere through that plan, and you're going to hit a roadblock.
Yes.
And it's to be able to be flexible enough and open enough to be, okay, I need to make a little bit of an adjustment. That's where you reach out to someone. That's where you understand, like, okay, I'm in the process of owning my swing, but I'm not quite there yet.
Correct.
I need more help.
Well, and how often do you have a feel that's good for a couple weeks and then it's gone? Because you used to not move into my left side. Well, now when I move into my left side, I don't feel like I am. So now I overdo it, right?
Sure,
you can overdo the pattern.
That's a huge, I'm glad you brought that up, because if you're at one end of the spectrum and you're exaggerating the opposite extreme, you're going to eventually find yourself going too far in the other direction.
Yes.
And so that's where, again, either having good wherewithal in yourself to take it back a little bit and kind of find that middle ground, or for someone, a coach, to be like, hey man, you're doing a great job of doing the opposite. Let's dial it back a little bit and let's kind of get ourselves back into that middle ground.
Yes.
Let's use the golf ball as feedback.
Yes.
Like if you're practicing by yourself, if you have a very specific drill you're working on, you should typically know if you do it all correctly, the golf ball should go.
You should get positive feedback.
You should get positive feedback, where if you hit a poor one and one that you're not expecting, analyze it so that you can almost turn each golf ball you hit into its own private little session, to where it's like, okay, now you're learning yourself, like you're becoming your own golf coach. You talk about owning your golf swing. Well, the only way to own your golf swing is to be able to see good shots and see poor shots and understand what causes them and what you can do to adjust and make a difference.
Yeah. Rather than hit, rake, try again, and you didn't even give yourself a chance.
How often have you seen someone just go, okay,
nope, that
sucked.
Yeah.
Okay, next one.
No, that's still not.
Wait, that one was better. Wait, what did I do differently? No clue.
Yeah.
Because you're just randomly firing golf balls.
Yeah.
So it's impossible for you to figure out, okay, why am I doing something well versus why am I doing something poorly?
Yeah.
Whereas, if I'm really trying to make a change, all right, I'm going to sit behind the golf ball. I'm going to go through my tournament routine for this rep.
Yes.
And I understand that this rep is going to be very slow, very methodical.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm over it. Now
raising the leg.
Okay, there's my feel.
Let's see if we can execute
Let's rep it. And I would say my takeaway felt good there. I felt it come off the toe just slightly. So again, going into the next swing, okay, what causes me to hit it off the toe? I'd go through my checklist and maybe have a different feel for the next swing. But at least there, I'm methodically thinking about it. I'm not just boom, boom, boom. Because that's where you turn into just an average range rat who buys a bag of golf balls and they don't get any better.
Work it, analyze it.
Yep.
Okay, let's do it again.
Work it, analyze it, move on to the next one. I'm trying to make sure that each golf ball is hit with intent, hit with purpose.
Yep.
I don't want to go through any golf ball in my practice session that didn't have a purpose, because the more reps you put in that are wasteful, the more bad habits you're going to establish, the harder it's going to be to ingrain what you're trying to do.
Yeah, if you have a bucket or two buckets, right? The pattern I want versus the pattern I currently have.
Yep.
If you don't have perfect execution of intent, it goes into the pattern I currently have.
Yep.
Because you didn't do everything you could have controlled, which
Yep.
we talk about a lot, to put a golf ball in the pattern I want.
Correct. So if I had 10 golf balls in front of me, the way I would structure this, first of all, every golf ball I would hit would be full tournament routine.
Yeah.
And I think that's super important because this allows us to be, one, more comfortable. Two, when I start to go play more, it's going to feel more natural.
This is how you bridge the
This
gap.
is how I bridge the gap.
It doesn't even have to be golf balls on the range to a target. It can be foam balls into a wall, which in my opinion, if it's something brand new and you're getting started on, is probably better.
I love that.
Because you don't get to see the result. You just are strictly in feels.
It's all feel. The brain gets so fixated, like whether, again, consciously or subconsciously, the brain gets so fixated on what's the golf ball doing. I love that. Hitting a golf ball or a foam ball into a wall or into a net.
Yes.
And just being like, again, what's the feel?
What am I trying
the
to achieve?
exaggerated feel? What's my goal? And then again, that's going to help you own your golf swing a lot quicker because now it's not what the golf ball do. It's, oh, did I do this
What
with
am
my
I
body?
doing?
And if you can differentiate the difference between that, dude, you're going to be, those people, those golfers that can do that are going to be miles ahead of, you know, the majority of golfers that come out to the range and just beat balls.
Yes.
Appreciate you guys watching. If you did enjoy the video, like the video and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We have a ton of videos coming out in the future. We'll keep you updated with all those.